Here we are again. I'm going to make clam chowder. This is pantry clam chowder. If you live in the Midwest or nowhere near the sea, you can't always get these kind of ingredients, especially not in the middle of February. Easy pantry clam chowder. This is for Lent. Fish only, so I can't use bacon. So I'm going to use a little oil, vegetable oil, and a little wok oil to add a little more interesting oil flavor that I missed from the bacon. Got my 1/4 inch dice onions, 1/4 inch dice potatoes, and unlike I learned in Ireland, I refuse to take the skin off of my potatoes. Some flour, a tin of shrimp, 3 tins of clams, some cream, ground pepper, and sea salt, and then of course we have to have our fresh herb. You can use bay leaf. In Ireland you'd use thyme, but I grow rosemary year-round in Texas, so we're going to use that. Now I'm going to put it together. Oil, onions, then a little flour, and potatoes. We'll take it from there. Be right back. Okay, great. Our pot's hot. We can't use bacon in Ireland, salt pork in the USA, because this is for Lent or for Fridays. So we've got our 2 oils, and I put some greens in here to crisp up a little bit on the oil. Now we're going to add the onion. Good sound. Now we just want this diced onion to soften. We don't want to caramelize it or brown it, but we'll get this softened really nice. Our onions are nicely softened, just getting a hint of color. Time for 2 tablespoons of flour. You can make this gluten-free if you want to, but it's hard to tell. It's a little flour. Now we're just going to give that flour about a minute. Flour has been in the onion for just over a minute. Now we're going to stir in. Notice I'm using wood and cast iron. Don't spill quite so much. Now let's slowly bring this up to temperature. You can see it's got a slow boil going now. Oh, this smells so great already. Just that you got the clam juice just, oh. So now we're going to add our 1/4 inch dice potatoes. Now these will cook pretty fast since we have a good dice here. So we're just going to let those go on a high simmer, slow boil for about 10 minutes. Potatoes are boiling nicely, not too high, not too low. A few more minutes. Alright, the potatoes are ready. How do we test them? Just grab one of those little dices, little fork. They're nice, soft, just a hint of resistance. Now we're on really low. Now this is what's going to make this non-bacon clam chowder really special. Seasoning with 2 minced fillets of anchovy. That's our salt. That's bringing in just a hint of the more flavor from the sea. Just a little more complexity. So we don't need a whole lot more salt, but we're going to add some crushed sea salt because this is not a small bowl. Our pepper, our shrimps, our clams, this is so nice, smells so great. That rosemary's really doing its work. Now, since the boiling's gone, we just need to keep this at a simmer, a slow simmer, not a boil. Let's add our cream. We're going to use about a cup of cream. There you go. No meat clam chowder. Now we'll just let this heat through for a few minutes. Got the parsley in and a few other greens chopped in there.